What is up, enthusiasts? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we are going to be talking about a manufacturer that I don't feel like is talked about anywhere near as much as some of the others. This is Zamperla, opening up business all the way back in 1966. Though they are mainly known for their flat rides, they do still have a wonderful collection of coasters in their sleeve. And they actually own Luna Park in New York City, which is one of the most famous and iconic amusement parks on the planet. And today I want to talk about their next step in innovation, something that I could see changing the coaster industry. Now, this definitely has caught my eye for the past few months, but I have not made a video on it yet, so here we are. Today we're going to talk about the recent unveiling of the Zamperla Lightning model, and I want to ask, is this going to change the roller coaster industry? This is Cedar Flags, and today we are going to be talking about the Zamperla Lightning model. So, why is this model a big deal? To give you a little bit of background information, they have recently come out with a brand new model called the Lightning. This is their take on the LSM style launch coaster. Similar to an Intamin Blitz, this is going to be their personal version of that. In the last few months they've been hyping it up. They had a train unveiling at IAAPA, and they have a model already opening up in the next few months. Now, Zamperla hasn't really been a big driving force on elite coasters. Their closest has been the Thunderbolt model, which has gotten mixed reactions from enthusiasts, but this looks like a step in the right direction. This looks like it solves a lot of their past problems, and looks like these kind of trains can be implemented on a lot of Zamperla's new coasters. Could you imagine a Zamperla style Blitz coaster? Well, even though I can't, I think that they are going to be coming very soon. We have never seen a roller coaster like this by Zamperla, something that would be this thrilling, this state-of-the-art, and this modern. So let's get into some of the pros of it. Why this could be a very big deal to the roller coaster industry. Reason number one, this is a state-of-the-art design. Now, they have taken a lot of inspiration off of other trains like the Intamin Blitz train and the recent S&S trains found on Steel Curtain, but other than that, this does have a very unique train design. It has a unique aluminum chassis, making the train a lot lighter than usual. It has a very aerodynamic structure and very comfy restraints, which has been a big controversy with some of Zamperla's flat rides and roller coasters. Reason number two is that they can fix outdated rides. Now, this is actually a really big deal. The roller coaster that I mentioned earlier is actually going to be a remake or a remaster of an older roller coaster. There used to be an Intamin hydraulic launch coaster called Senza Fiato in Italy. And if you know anything about the Intamin hydraulic launch, this is a very outdated model that has caused a lot of problems for different rides all across the world. They decided to finally close this ride after maintenance, and they decided that they would buy the rights to the ride. They would reform the track, and they would replace some of the mechanisms on the ride, like the launch system. And they are making it their own. They've had tracks shipped to their headquarters, and this is definitely a process we've never seen before. And though the layout's going to be similar, it is going to be a complete retrofit of what the ride used to be. Zamperla has announced that they are going to both focus to remodel older rides and to make new roller coasters from the ground up, with an LSM launch that could have so many elements on it, which leads us to reason number three. This is a very flexible model, and looking at the promotional video we could see why. First of all, the model can go over 100 miles an hour, which is a very big deal. I mean, not a lot of coaster companies could say that they have rides that go over 100. In fact, well, only Intamin can. This is a very unique concept, and I would love to see a Zamperla coaster that would go over 100. The second reason is that the trains themselves are very flexible, and reason number three, this is going to be very durable. This is designed to be a longevitable model, unlike the older Intamin roller coasters that are being retrofitted. These rides are designed to last decades. Now, the final reason can be both a pro and a con. It is a big competitor for big companies. Now, this is, I think, a very big deal. Now, like I said, I was talking about the Intamin Blitz. This is their version of it. Not a lot of American companies are working with Intamin as much as they used to. Companies like Cedar Fair and Six Flags have kind of stepped away for many reasons, including unreliability. So, if they want to build a coaster similar to Velocicoaster, let's say they can go to Zamperla. And this is why I feel like this is going to be a big deal in the near future, and the reason I made this video alone. Intamin Blitz coasters could possibly have a run for their money, if these models are made good enough. And that leads to my only real complaint about this ride. The trains definitely look very similar to the Intamin Blitz trains, and you could easily tell that that is a massive, massive inspiration for this, and a lot of people saying it is copying, which it really almost is, but I feel like they do have enough changes to the ride and the actual sensation that it won't be too similar. Anyways, in the next part of the video, I want to talk a little more about this model and talk about where I could see some future projects. So, first of all, I want to talk about the project that's already confirmed. It is the remodelation of Senza Fiato, like I was talking about earlier, being moved from Europe all the way to Canada, and this is going to be, like I said, a very similar sensation to the older coaster, but more reliable and more longevitable. This is going to be a big hit, I am sure, and they have been teasing a lot more, so we could tell that this is not going to be their only model. This is designed to be mass-produced and designed to be a major player in the industry. I like to look at this as their first entry into the elite coaster market. They see rides like Velocicoaster and Tutatis and say, maybe we could do something like this as well. Now, I'm not saying Senza Fiato is going to be that, because like I said, it is an older model, but they're definitely going to do that in the future, I feel like. The biggest rumored project as of right now for this model is Top Thrill Dragster's remodelation. This is definitely a very interesting process, and the biggest rumor right now is that this is going to be a Zamperla Lightning recreation. They're going to retrofit the ride just like Senza Fiato and make it their own. Maybe put an extra few elements, but definitely make the ride more reliable and more longevitable. In my personal opinion, I think that would be a very big turning point for the company. Zamperla would be going from making mid-tier coasters to making one of the tallest and fastest coasters on the planet. Something else I could see are other Cedar Fair parks getting this ride model as well. Now, the reason I say that is because Cedar Fair has found interest in launch coasters, but the problem is they don't like to work with Intamin. Though Zamperla's model probably won't be initially elite as something like Intamin's, I think enough models and enough time and experience, and this is going to be one heck of a model. So I could see some other Cedar Fair parks like Kings Island, maybe even something like Worlds of Fun, adding a smaller scale launch coaster, similar to something like a smaller version of Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure. Though I think that would be a very weird transition in the industry, I was originally going to talk about the next coaster war in this video, and that's what I mean. I feel like Zamperla versus Intamin would be a very interesting concept. Zamperla? Yeah, Zamperla's been big, but they're not Intamin big. Or could they be? Once again, we are very early on in the development stage of this project, and as we see a few of these come out, we will learn more. This could be just your average run-of-the-mill launch coaster. It couldn't be anything too special, but I'm having high hopes that this is Zamperla's next step in coaster innovation. Now, let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know what you think about this model. Anyways, until next time, this is Cedar Flags, and I'll see you all later.